What moves you? Hi, this is Carma Spence, and I've talked about this on my blog before, and that is inquire within. Because understanding who you are and what makes you tick is a key differentiating factor in your message. For example, I'm a speaker coach and I'm a book coach. Well, there are a lot of speaker coaches and book coaches out there, but what makes me different is my personality and what I bring to the table. And how I'm able to figure out what I bring to the table is by inquiring within. Now, originally I was going to talk about something else today, but something happened on the way to work today that made me realize that there's a technique I haven't talked about in how to understand who you are, what makes you tick, and that is what moves you. Now, what inspired this is I was all sitting on the bus, and the bus was stopped at a stop, and I happened to look up, and there, sitting across the street on the sidewalk, abandoned right in front of a little high school, was a giant stuffed teddy bear. And I looked at this forlorn stuffed teddy bear and thought, "Aw, it's lonely." And that's what I thought. Wow, why does that move me? And that made me think about some other stories in my life. Two of them I want to share with you. The first one was back in the 80s when I was in college. I was earning my bachelor's degree. I was at Santa Rosa Junior College. And I was in a biology class, and we were told this day to look in the microscope at this paramecium, which is a single-celled critter. It's kind of like a general blobby shape, and it's got little hair cells around it that undulates in order to swim around the water. And then we were supposed to put a chemical in it and watch it produce something I can't remember what it's called. But it didn't say what causes it to produce whatever this was. So I get my microscope, I'm looking at the paramecium, and oh, isn't it cute? Kind of swimming around with little hair cells undulating. Oh, how cute. And then I put the little chemical, I remember it was blue. And the little paramecium swam, and then it kind of came up. It looked, okay, this is probably totally me, but it seemed like it was curious. What is this blue substance? And then it went into convulsions. And then its cell membrane lysed. It broke apart and emptied, and these little things came out, and it was, I still think about it. It was horrifying. It was just and I even wrote a blog post about it called The Death Throes of Parameciums. I'll share it in a blog post that goes with this video. But it was just so intense for me. Another time that something happened that moved me was I was living in Florida, and my then husband and I were going to go out for the day. I can't remember what we were doing. We were going to be going out for the day. And as we're heading out to the car, there's a little bush, and under the bush is a mallard and its mate. And its mate is dead. And the mallard is trying to lift its mate's head up, like, wake up. God, it still moves me. Oh my. And there was something so profound about the sorrow that was expressed in that move. It was like the mallard was saying, please wake up, I love you. And of course, I spent the rest of the day, like what I'm doing right now, crying off and on, because it moved me so deeply. So what do these three stories tell you about me? They could tell you a lot, or they could tell you a little, but I can tell you what they tell me. First of all, one of my core essences is kindness. And the loneliness of the stuffed bear, the death throes of the paramecium, and the mournfulness of the mallard all spoke to me as an expression of kindness in some way, or the lack thereof. Kindness is really important to me. And when I see things that are unkind, it breaks my heart, and I want to fix it. It also tells you that I have this sense of imagination that really helps me in my business. I can see things that other people don't see because my brain extrapolates. And this is something I can use to help my clients. It also tells you I'm a big softie. So If you need a coach who is kind to you and gentle with you and is able to hold your hand when you are feeling scared or like you're not enough, I'm probably your coach. If you need someone who's going to be a drill sergeant, I'm probably not your coach. So take a look at your life. What are the stories that move you? And why do they move you? Take out a journal, write them down, find out what the through line is of these stories that move you. And they can be anything. They can be something you see or witness out in the real world, like the 3 stories I just told you that move you. Or maybe it's scenes from movies or television shows or commercials. Yes, there are commercials that make me cry. As I said, I'm a big softie. What really gets you, just makes you emote? That is a clue to your USP, or as I like it to call it, unique superpower. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. And I would love to hear from you, so comment below on the blog post or on YouTube. I want you to be spreading your message in the world. So think outside the box. Spread your wings and fly, because you, yes, you right there, are capable of more than you know. And understanding the stories in your life that move you will help give you clues as to what you are capable of.